stars file this under okay. Is this a DV joke at black women's expense? Matt Rife has ignited a backlash over a DV joke in his Netflix special, and then his mock apology that links to a website for, quote, special needs helmets. What? Comedian Matt Rife, who we've seen all over this platform, has ignited controversy with his Netflix special Natural Selection, which launched on November 15th on the streaming service. The special kicks off with a joke about domestic violence. In what appeared to be an apology posted in his Instagram story, Rife directed anyone offended by his jokes to a link that led them to a website for special needs helmets. At the beginning of Rife's Natural Selection, he tells a story about being in a ratchet Baltimore restaurant. Notice the coded word, ratchet. Does that indicate POC? Black women specifically? He told a story about being in a ratchet Baltimore restaurant with a friend and noticing their female server had a black eye. They wonder why the restaurant wouldn't have the server work solely in the kitchen so that customers wouldn't see her black eye. Rife jokes, quote, "Yeah, but I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have that black eye," unquote. Oh, tee-hee. Jokes. Someone has a black eye. And a ratchet person in a ratchet restaurant? Do you see what I'm getting at? It seems like coded language to paint a certain picture. In my humble opinion, argue with me if you think I'm wrong. Rife tells the crowd the joke was him, quote, just testing the waters, seeing if y'all are going to be fun or not, unquote. He adds, quote, I figure if we start the show with DV, the rest of the show should be smooth sailing, unquote. The joke generated controversy on social media in the days following the streaming debut of Natural Selection, so much so that Rife took to his Instagram story on November 20th to issue a mock apology. Quote, if you've ever been offended by a joke I've told, here's a link to my official apology, he wrote, alongside a link that said, tap to solve the issue. When tapped, the link brought followers to a health website where they could purchase special needs helmets, mocking viewers upset with his domestic violence joke by evoking special needs only added more fuel to the controversy, and quite rightly so. The press has reached out to Rife's representative for further comment. Natural Selection marks Rife's first Netflix comedy special after becoming a viral comedy superstar on social media, thanks to videos posted on TikTok and other platforms. I heard he was salty because, he was doing some social climbing dating, allegedly, and thought he would get to host SNL. And then they passed him over and he was mad. Sometimes anger that women don't get you what you want leads to not only a comfort with DV, but a taste for it. Isn't it funny? Ha ha ha. Is it? We gonna see. I don't know if this helps your career, but the other rumor one has heard is that he has quietly some accounts on some, shall we say, adult romantic websites. If anyone can find said accounts, please let me know. I'm very curious. Anyway, in a recent interview with a magazine, Rife spoke about how he wanted Natural Selection to appeal to both men and women, since his social media videos often cater more to a female audience. Maybe not anymore. One of the biggest misconceptions of things I get ridiculed online for is people are like, oh, he only has a female fan base, Rife said. In the beginning, yes, because I did blow up on TikTok, which is very female dominant. So I get that perspective. But when you come to shows, I mean, it's 50-50, it's couples coming out, it's groups of dudes who are coming. And that's one thing I wanted to tackle in this special, was showing people that, like, despite what you think about me online, I don't pander my career to women. Well, that's certainly clear, right? happy to use women to get the career to a certain point, right? This often happens with people who pander to black women fans, and then they get to a certain point and they don't want to be seen as a black actor. Daniel Kaluuya. They don't want to be seen as catering to one particular kind of audience that supports their career, got them where they are. You know, Michael B. Jordan has gotten into trouble for comments like that. Even, you know, Chance the Rapper, like they want to talk sideways about black women and black women fans, in my humble opinion, and branch out. Mr. Jeezy. Oh, ain't he back talking that smooth talk when, you know, he has yet to marry a black woman? To actually marry any of the mothers of his children. But now he wants to yin yang with Nia Long about his problems and how black women need to help him with his problems. Well, you didn't seem to need them too much before, except to do labor and spend their coins on your career. Anyway, quote, I would argue, this is Matt Rife, I would argue this special is way more for guys. He continued, I wanted to make this special for everybody. I pride myself on making my comedy for everybody. It's not for a specific demographic. I think if people would just give it the chance without going into it and being like, oh, only girls like him, or people only like his face, if you give it an opportunity, I think you would like it. Rife's Natural Selection is now available to stream on Netflix. Huh. Will you be watching? Or is he someone that needs to be corrected in the public, you know, forum? That is all of our social media platforms, right? Got him where he is. And now he's like, I don't give a damn about that audience. I want the men's to like me in the tight t-shirt with the hairdo, but he doesn't want anyone to look at his face and judge him for being someone who appeals to those old women. No, ew, poo, yuck. Give me a break, dude. And this apology wasn't it. Let me know what you think.